Hi. Red is good. Red means we're recording. Clock is ticking. Video's rolling. You're all set.
Hi, I'm Ashley Wyatt
Hi,
with
Ashley.
Tom
Nice
James.
to meet you. I'm Steve Burton.
Thank you for having me today. You mind if I take a seat?
Have a seat.
How are you?
I'm great.
Good. Oh,
Did you lose something?
dropped my pen, but that's okay. Yeah, I got it. Here's my business card. I want you to have
Thank you.
this. Feel free to contact me at any time. Do you have your business card on you?
I do.
I'd love to grab that. Thank you. So congratulations on winning that big seed patent case recently.
Oh, thank you. Put a lot of work into that.
Yeah, I bet. So why'd you get into this business?
Well, I'm going to put it, I always was intrigued by environmental law. So I like that because I'm an outdoorsman, and so I like to be outdoors.
Lot of
So
camping.
it kind of blends the outdoor world along with the courtroom situation, which really haven't done a whole lot of court cases yet at all. But I spend most of my
okay.
time out in the field doing research and things like that.
Oh, okay, so you're building a lot of the evidence for the cases.
I am doing a lot of that, yes.
Okay, I figured as much. Yeah, so your dad referred me here today.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Okay.
He said that you could definitely benefit from maybe using some wardrobe updates.
Really? Why would he say that?
It's your dad, not
Is
mine.
there something wrong with my wardrobe?
Well, I think you look great today.
Okay.
Especially if what you're doing is research out in the field.
Mm-hmm.
But how much of your job is research?
Probably right now it's about 70%. I still haven't gotten
Yeah.
into the actual court case standpoint of that. I'm kind of being weaned. I'm new in this, just out of school. So yeah, and so that's going to be a little time coming, but it's in the foreseeable future, probably within the next 6 months.
Yeah.
I'll see a lot more case time.
Well, I totally understand because I'm new too, and I just got out of school at the Fashion Institute up in New York.
Oh, wow.
So we're both newbies in what we're doing. But what I'd like to do today is ask you a few questions about your lifestyle, your
Okay.
work, and then I'll tell you about Tom James, and hopefully we can find some outfits that
Okay.
would suit your lifestyle and
All right.
what you do here.
Cool.
Okay. Do you mind if I take notes?
Take all you want.
Thank you. And we have 20 minutes today, is that correct?
That would be fine. Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. So, how many suits do you have right now?
I have about 6 suits.
Okay. And I'm sorry. How would you describe your look?
Shabby chic. Okay.
was gonna write
My look is more casual.
Casual?
Yeah, and I really don't. It's interesting you said about my dad referring me. He's been always on my case about being a better dresser and things like that. So I obviously now that he's referred me, he's really sending a message to me that I need to do something from a standpoint of getting a better look. The biggest challenges I have with that is since I do most of 70% of my work in the field, is I really don't see a need to have a better attire and to those type of things.
Well, there is still 30% of your time that you're spending in court.
I am.
So during that 30%, would you agree that it is
Which
pretty
is usually
important?
about once a week. So I
Okay.
figure if I wear one suit, I have 6. That gets me through a 6-week rotation.
It does.
So I'm kind of analyzing that in my mind and kind of working that out, and that seems fine. And I've heard of Tom James, and one of the things the personal shoppers type of things and fitting is that it just doesn't seem to be me. I just never had that kind of attention paid to me before. I'm a little uncomfortable with it. Actually, I don't shop. My girlfriend usually does most of the shopping for me.
Yeah.
She knows my sizes and stuff, so she, I just kind of tell her what I want. A blue pair of slacks, or could get me a blue suit or something like that. Plus, I'm colorblind, so that makes it a little difficult to shop too.
So from what I'm understanding about your lifestyle is comfort is really important to you?
It is. That's
Okay.
that's fair.
Okay, we'll write down comfort and the convenience of not doing the shopping yourself.
Yeah, that would be important too.
Okay. do you always consult with your girlfriend before you buy anything, or do you feel confident to make a purchase on your own?
Interesting. So the answer is yes. I usually consult, like I said, because I have color blindness.
Yes.
So I picked some things out in the past that I thought were blue and they were gray, and
Okay.
some other. So that's the reason. Not so much from a style standpoint. I trust her. Today I'm figuring if your girlfriend wants your man to look good, so she wouldn't steer me wrong.
Okay. But she has no complaints about your wardrobe?
No, she's actually the one that buys this stuff.
Okay. So
maybe the complaint would be with my father, would be with her.
well, that's for them to settle that dispute. But so if right now you spend 70% of your time in the field, is that how you always want to spend your career?
No, I mean I can see. So that's a great point, Ashley. I don't know if I really see a need for this now. But at some point in the future, maybe in 6 months or to a year, when I have more court time, when I won't be able to do my rotation of every 6 weeks, having a different suit, that will become a little more noticeable. I certainly don't want to be the guy that's always got that same suit on.
Of course not. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that is good to know. So, what do your clients look for in a lawyer?
Well, the clients look for professionalism, well spoken.
Okay.
Also, from a standpoint of kind of like a bulldog, somebody that you have an idea of what it is you're going to present, a belief in the case, and then similar to kind of a sales standpoint, you got to really believe in what you're selling. I have to believe in the cases that I take. It's very difficult for me to actually try something when I don't believe in what I'm trying.
Of course.
That's really the kind of three components.
Well, it's good you have a good sense of integrity about your job. But would you say that the first thing that they probably notice about you is your appearance?
You know what? It's interesting. I've learned that there are three things that people notice out right away. It is your body, body type. It's your appearance in general with clothes. And the third thing is the articulation of what you say. Those are the three components of what people notice most and first.
Okay, yeah.
So obviously what you're involved in and what you're selling is actually one of those key components.
We are selling professionalism. So that is definitely going to be very important to you as you plan to be in the courthouse more. Okay. Alrighty. Well,
so where do you get your suits and your attire?
Oh, well, I actually get my suits from Tom James. We get some on commission after we make a certain amount of sales.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then there's also some that I've bought myself because I really do see the value in our suits.
Why do you see the value? What is the value? What does that mean to you?
So we'll get into that for
and how
sure.
would that translate to me?
Yeah. So what I want to do is take the points that you've talked about today, which would be comfort, convenience, and your professional look.
Okay.
Would you agree with that? That's kind of your concerns?
It is.
Okay. So if we can resolve all of those today, do you think maybe we could set up that consultation?
Well, I'd like to understand what you perceive the value and what you're selling. What is the value? I mean, obviously you said presentation and appearance, but when I look at value, is I have to weigh
so you
the
mean
cost.
The value.
I mean the value of what's the value to me. I understand what you think the value is, but what do you think the value is to me? Somebody who works in the field 70% of the time, really isn't somebody that dresses a lot right now.
Yeah.
What is that value for me?
Okay. So, on average, our suits will last about 15 years.
Okay.
How long are your suits lasting you?
Well, I've gotten to 6. They're probably anywhere from 2 to 5 years old. So,
yeah.
Like I said, but I'm only wearing them once a week.
Right. But you think you'll retire those fairly soon?
Probably just based on fashion and how that changes. I'm sure that some will be retired at some point very soon.
Yeah. And how much do you typically spend on a suit?
Probably about, it depends. I go to Joseph Bank a lot, Joseph A. Bank.
Yeah,
Depends,
really nice.
buy one, get 6 free, type of thing. So when you narrow that down, you get to 6 free. I'm not kidding.
So it's usually about maybe 300?
Probably $250 to $300.
Okay, so 200 to 300.
But I do notice the clothes that I buy there, they pull easy, you get little pillies in them.
Yes.
And they pull easy, and to your point,
yeah.
you kind of get what you pay for. But then I look at, all right, well, I only wear them once a week.
Right, but the pulling is definitely something that would be noticeable to your client, and like you said, that would help with professionalism.
So the fabric that you guys offer, that doesn't pull at all?
No, and we actually have different grades of fabric. and you seem to kind of be concerned about the cost value, what you're going to get in return. So let's say you go with one of our mid-grade suits. That's going to run you about $1,500 to $2,000.
For a suit?
Yes, but that's the full piece suit,
Right.
and it's our package deal.
So what's a full piece suit? Does that like include a vest? Or is it just a coat?
Yeah, it's
And
going to be
pants?
it's going to be the 3-piece.
Okay, so coat, vest, and pants.
Yes,
Is $1,500 to $2,000.
yes, for
Two-
our mid-grade.
All right.
I know it sounds like
And
a
that's
big number.
That's mid-grade.
Yes,
Okay.
I know you're shocked, but
Can you
and
see
I,
it on my face?
Yes, and I
Okay.
completely understand. I would be too, but that suit is going to last you about 15 years.
Okay.
And sorry.
But you do understand, I mean, okay, that I get it, that lasts me 15 years, but if I have to buy 3 or 4 suits, that's $6,000 to $8,000.
Yeah. But
Okay.
those 3 or 4 suits will last you about 3 times as long as your other suits.
But will I want to wear those same suits over and over and over again for the next how many years?
Well, the ones that you currently have, you're saying?
Well, no, the ones that I would buy from the $2,000 to $1,500 to $2,000 suit.
Yes.
I'd wear them over and over and over again, and sooner or later I'd want to get a new suit, but then I have to vest $1,500 to $2,000 more.
Yeah. And that makes sense, but if you're concerned about something going out of style, what we can do is personalize it to you, and we can get you something that's going to look timeless.
Right.
Right now the slim fitting suits are in, and if that's something you'd rather stay away from because it's more of a trend, then we'll go with a more basically
So
fitting
will a
suit.
new suit help me win more cases?
I believe it could lead to that, for
See,
sure.
that's what I'm looking for from a value. I mean, when I look at spending $1,500 for $2,000 for a suit, I look at a return on my investment. I see the
Okay.
suit as an investment in me.
Okay.
So what is my return going to be? So if I dress better, are you telling me that I'll win more court cases, or I'll get more court cases, or?
Oh, for sure.
Do you have data that would back that up, or?
Yeah, let me go ahead and look at the presentation here. Rather, I'm just telling you everything. So, let's see here.
I mean, so question for you, have you worked with lawyers before?
Yes.
Okay, and what's been their, I mean, tell me some of the conversations you've had with them, and
So I do
and
have
how-
some
and how it's been a
testimonials.
value to them.
Yeah, so I do have some testimonials if you'd
Okay.
love to read these. So like Paul Miller says, why pay $40 to $70 for a shirt when you can pay a few dollars and wear it for years, rather than your suits that are pilling right now?
Right.
So I understand you're going to spend maybe 3 times the amount, but that suit's going to stay healthy and keep its luster for
Right.
3 times the amount of time.
Okay.
So you're getting an even better looking suit that's handmade. It's hand sewn and tailored to fit you. And it's going to last you much longer. So do you see the benefit in that?
Well, once again, I'll go back to, let's just use $2,000 as that mid-level suit. And if I'm paying $300, I can buy 6 suits for the one suit that you could buy, and that I would buy from you. So I'm really having a hard time with
Yeah.
the value aspect of that, and
But
and-
for those 6 suits, over that same amount of time, those are going to go bad after about 5 years.
right.
And then you're going to need 6 more suits, which is $2,000 more dollars.
Yeah, but remember, I'm in this job fairly new, just like you are.
Yeah.
And I'm really not at the optimum wage that lawyers make. I'm kind of on
Okay.
the downside of that. So
I
I have
understand.
to be somewhat, I have to look at a budget, and I have to be responsible to that. And if I go out and I have rent to pay, I have a pretty big apartment
yeah, I
to pay,
understand.
and then I have these suits I'm going to pay. If I get 4, I get $8,000. I mean, I just don't know if I can afford that. I mean, do you have some type of a payment plan or something like that you?
Yeah, we
that
do.
you could
That can
use,
help
or?
cut on cost as well. We ask for half of the cost up front, and then the other half once you receive your suit. And if the suit does not fit you at the time of arrival, we will completely redo it for you.
So there's not a plan that I could
That
say
you
I
could
could
do
get
it
8
monthly.
suits and I could pay off. I could pay something monthly.
We don't
or-
have a payment plan, no. But if you are concerned about price, we could always go with one of the lower cost packages.
Okay.
It'll just be slightly less.
So what's lower cost? What's slightly less?
So this would be our Patagonian fabric, would be slightly less. And you know, he still looks fantastic in that suit, and it's still a really great quality. And this is actually what it feels like.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so, that's our medium weight Patagonian wool in 12 weaves. And you're definitely going to want it tailored.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and so that'll run you closer to $800.
Another $1,000?
No, that's the total. $800.
That's the total for what? The suit?
Yes,
Oh,
the whole
okay.
package.
Okay.
Yes. So is that more in your price range?
Maybe something we, you know, I mean, that's certainly a lot, it's half the price.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Half
of
the price.
course. And that's something that you could start with.
So now we're talking about, you know, anywhere between $2,500 to $4,000 rather than $8,000, right? If I would get 4
Yes.
suits.
Yes.
Okay.
And even if you wanted to get one suit for now, and then as you advance in your career and you are making more money,
Then I could
then you
actually
could move up.
upgrade.
Yes.
You're right.
And we'll work
exactly.
your way up to the
Right.
Savile Row, London.
And what would that be?
That is starting at $2,600 a suit.
Wow.
Yes.
Holy cow. And we're still talking just about a jacket, a pair of pants, and a vest.
Yes. So,
You don't throw a shirt or tie in for that?
no.
Okay.
But our shirts range from $69 to $149, which
Okay.
is actually really affordable.
Actually, that is. That's a fair price for a good shirt.
Yeah, and
Stuff
those,
that doesn't need. Is that wrinkle free? Those type of shirts, are they wrinkle free or?
it depends on which fabric you'd like to buy them
Okay.
in. So did I kind of resolve your concern about the value and the cost?
Well, it is. It's like I said. It's still a little seeded for me.
Okay.
I just don't know if I'm ready for this yet. I just, you know, now's the time versus maybe 6 months and my pay gets raised, you know, once
Yeah.
I get inside. Because right now I'm doing more of the research work than I am the
So-
actual court case.
It's going to take us about 8 weeks to get this suit to you anyways. So that's 2 months. By the time we set up the consultation and the whole process is done, this could be about 3 months to get you that one suit.
Okay.
So does that kind of make sense to why we might want to start on this now if you're expecting a suit in 6 months?
Not sure.
Not
How
sure?
about, can you call me in maybe the next 8 weeks and then we have another conversation around this? Because I really like to talk this over with my girlfriend who also helps pay some of the rent and so forth. And,
Right,
you know,
of
she's
course.
unemployed right now, so.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely have financial priorities. Well, I'd love to definitely sit in a meeting with both of you.
Oh, okay.
And I can bring in samples, and that can be our consultation meeting.
Why both of us?
Well, she makes your clothing decisions.
Okay,
right?
all right.
And it'll take
So
even more
you
pressure.
think she'd be helpful?
Yeah, if you
Okay.
rely on her opinion and you trust her,
She's
you know,
really frugal.
that's okay. I'm sure we
Okay.
can work through it.
All right.
And I mean, you just met me, and although I do have the experience in the fashion industry, and you could definitely trust my style,
Right.
I'm totally fine with if you'd like to bring her along.
Okay, cool.
So, another concern that you had was comfort. All of our suits are hand sewn to allow for more movement. And then, of course, depending on which fabric you want to get, that'll allow for the stretch and the
Right.
coolness.
Okay.
So does that resolve your concern
Does
about comfort?
does that actually, that stretching and cooling and so forth, is that based upon the price level?
Somewhat, yes, because with our less expensive suits, a lower percentage of the suit is going to be hand sewn. So it would kind of be around like 25% of the lowest quality suit is going to be hand sewn. And then of the highest quality suit, it'll be 100% hand sewn.
Okay.
But it'll still be very comfortable for you. So does that resolve your concern about that?
Okay.
Okay. So why don't we go ahead and set up that consultation meeting for 2 weeks out with you
Can
and
we
your
wait
girlfriend?
4 weeks out?
We can do that.
Okay, how about we wait 30 days and give me a call, or do you want to set that appointment up now?
I'd like to set it up now.
Okay, let's pick a date.
Let's
30
say.
days out, let's do the Monday right after Thanksgiving.
Okay.
That work?
Sounds good. Yeah, I think that's about November 27th,
Okay,
2 p.m.
2 p.m. would be good. And
Okay.
am I coming to you, or are you coming to me? Where are we doing this at?
I come to you. That's the great thing about how convenient this
Okay.
is I will come to your office.
And you're going to bring
all of
fabric
my
with you,
measurements, and I'll bring the fabric.
and suits and,
I can bring anything you'd like, definitely.
All right.
And I'll bring a range of options in case you do change your mind about possibly getting a higher quality suit.
okay,
And I'll bring my measuring tape, and we actually take 31 measurements on you. I don't know.
31?
Yeah, I don't know if you typically, where you get tailored. I know before I worked for Tom James, when I had a jacket tailored,
Yeah.
they only did it in 4 measurements.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was probably 4 or 5. Don't like that thing, do you?
Yes.
So, is this a number I can reach you at?
Yes, it is.
Okay, in case something comes up, like a court case or something like that, I need to reschedule.
Of course, and I'm in
Okay.
the area, so
Okay.
that'll be perfectly fine.
All right.
All right, well, I look forward to seeing you
I appreciate
then.
you stopping by. Thank you, Ashley.
Of course. I don't know how to stop it.
Oh, you have to stop it?
Yeah.